Good visual design not only maintains student interest, but improves cognitive understanding. Let's improve this slide. Avoid fully saturated primary colours, red, green and blue. Font choice should also be appropriate for the audience and content. Text needs to be big enough to read from the back of the room. Summarise or split. Left align text. Purely decorative images draw attention away from the message. Allow space around and between text. Reduce text contrast. Borders around objects draw unwanted attention. It's also important to apply the same look across the entire presentation. Otherwise your students may get distracted. Let's look at why we made some of these changes. Less information can fit on a screen than on paper. Compounding the issue is that your students may be further away, right at the back of a room. Typefaces or font families have their own character. Let's talk about the main three categories. Serif fonts have small lines called serifs at the end of strokes. They date back to the days of the Roman Empire, so have a very traditional, dependable character. Sans serif fonts don't have these strokes. They are more modern and have a modern character. The simple shapes make them the easiest to read on screens. A third type is decorative fonts, which are the most difficult to read. These can be fun, but make sure you only use them in titles. The human eye is a miracle of nature, but it's not perfect. Fully saturated primary colours, red, green, blue, next to each other, tend to swim. The red, green and blue colour receptors in our eyes overload. Optical illusions can happen when text contrast is too high. Authoritative and professional-looking websites, such as the University of Queensland and ABC News, use dark grey on white. Optical illusions can also occur where dark lines intersect, and vertical lines in data tables block the eye from comparing data horizontally. Cell data alignment is usually enough to guide the eye along the vertical axis, so the vertical lines are not needed. Numbers are easier to compare when right aligned. Borders around objects can draw attention away from the concept you wish to depict. Gestalt theory shows us that proximity, colour and shape is an effective way to establish relationships in a visual way. Your limited space means you'll need to split content across slides sometimes. Be careful. Your students may not be able to return to previous slides. Concepts you are trying to compare or link should be on the same slide. Introduce and explain concepts within one slide where possible. Don't rely on your students' memory. The concepts we've discussed here can be applied to all aspects of screen design, including web and publishing and video creation. Following them will clearly communicate concepts and improve the perceived quality of your content and its creator. Whatever technology will be here in 20 years, the core principles of screen design will remain relevant.